The wind that night sounded like somebody crying outside the window. Not normal crying, the kind that carries pain inside it. Inside a small, cold room in a foreign city, a young man sat on the edge of a narrow bed, staring at his phone screen that refused to light up. No messages. No missed calls. Nothing. His name was Adeyemi. And tonight, for the first time since he left home, the silence abroad felt heavier than hunger. When Adeyemi left Nigeria, everybody celebrated him. At the airport, his mother hugged him, so tight it felt like she didn't want to let go. His friends slapped his back proudly. Adeyemi, don't forget us when you become a big man abroad, oh. His uncle even said loudly, so everyone could hear. Once you travel, your life has changed forever. Adeyemi believed it. How could he not? On social media, everyone abroad looked happy. Clean streets, big houses, dollars, good life. He imagined himself sending money home every month. He imagined coming back one Christmas, wearing expensive clothes while people whispered, "See Adeyemi, he has made it." But nobody prepared him for the other side of abroad. Nobody prepared him for this pain. The first shock came the week he arrived. Winter. The cold didn't just touch your skin. It entered your bones like a quiet enemy. Adeyemi had never felt anything like it before. Back home, the sun wakes you gently. Here, the sky looked gray all day, like the world had forgotten how to smile. He wrapped himself in 2 jackets and still shivered while walking to the bus stop. That was the beginning. The real struggle started when money began to disappear. Rent, transport, food. Every day something was taking money from his pocket. The small savings he brought from Nigeria started shrinking faster than he expected. One evening, Adeyemi stood inside a grocery store staring at 2 things on the shelf. Bread or eggs. He could not afford both. He laughed quietly to himself. Adeyemi, so this is abroad. The loneliness was worse. Back home, there is always noise. Neighbors talking, children playing, somebody knocking on the gate. But here, silence. Cold silence. Sometimes Adeyemi would speak out loud in his room just to hear a human voice. Good morning. Good evening. Even if nobody answered. One night, everything became too heavy. He had just returned from a long shift washing dishes in a restaurant kitchen. 10 hours. Standing. Hot water burning his hands. The manager shouting, "Faster. Faster." When he got home, his body felt like it had been beaten. He sat on the bed and opened Instagram. Big mistake. Someone he knew had just posted a photo. New car. Caption. God has done it. Abroad is sweet. Adeyemi stared at the post for a long time. Then suddenly he laughed. A deep, tired laugh. Sweet. His voice cracked. Which abroad is sweet? For the first time since leaving home, tears rolled down his face. Quiet tears. The type that fall slowly. The type that come from deep inside the heart. Days passed. Work. Sleep. Work again. But something inside Adeyemi began to change. The dream he carried from Nigeria started breaking. Piece by piece. Until one evening something unexpected happened. It was snowing heavily that night. Adeyemi missed his bus and had to walk home. The cold wind pushed against him like it wanted to send him back. Halfway down the street, he saw an old African man standing outside a small shop. The man looked at him carefully, then smiled. You are Yoruba, abi? Adeyemi froze. He hadn't heard Yoruba spoken in weeks. Yes, sir, he said quickly. The old man laughed warmly. I could see it in your face. My name is Baba Tund. Adeyemi suddenly felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Comfort. They began talking. Just small talk at first. But Baba Tund looked at him closely. You just arrived abroad recently. Adeyemi blinked. How did you know? The old man chuckled. Because your eyes still carry the shock. Adeyemi didn't know whether to laugh or cry. They stood outside in the snow talking for almost 30 minutes. Then Baba Tund said something that stayed in Adeyemi's heart forever. Listen carefully, my son. Abroad is not heaven. It is only another battlefield. Adeyemi looked at him quietly. Everybody sees the victory pictures online. Nobody shows the war. That night, Adeyemi walked back to his small room thinking deeply. Maybe the struggle didn't mean failure. Maybe it was just part of the story. A difficult chapter. Not the ending. Months passed. Things didn't magically become easy. But Adeyemi changed. He worked.
He saved.
He learned. Slowly, very slowly, life began to shift. A better job. A bigger room. Less fear. More hope. One evening, he finally called his mother. Her voice filled the phone with warmth. "My son, how is abroad?" Adeyemi smiled quietly. He looked out the window at the cold city lights. Then he answered softly, "It is not easy, Mama, but I am still standing." Outside, the wind blew again. But this time it didn't sound like crying. It sounded like something else, like a long journey that had only just begun. And somewhere deep inside, Adeyemi understood something important. Nobody prepared him for the pain of abroad. But maybe, just maybe, the pain was preparing him for the man he was becoming.